Hey, Brody here with Let's Table It, where we get games to the table, like Mixtape by Talon Strike Studios. Are you ready to win the heart of your crush? Well, we all know the best way to do this is through music. And hey, why not a mixtape filled with their favorite songs? That's gotta work, right? Well, Mixtape is an engine-building game where players are recording 5 songs on each side of a tape. Each song has different attributes and abilities, and they'll help them score different points, or help you score different points. You arrange the songs to score the most points, and you could win their heart. This is the game setup here with 3 separate decks of song cards, 1 for each color that matches a different mood and has different abilities with them as well. Blue cards help you draw more cards, pink cards let you write more love notes, and green cards help you improve your mixing boards. Each player will start with a mixing board with slider cubes on the bottom of each of those sliders. Here is the volume. Moving it up will score you more points. This is the bass. Moving this up will affect the cards that you draw when you are listening to the radio, which everyone will start with drawing 2 cards. This is the mid slider. Increasing this will determine how many cards a player can play when recording new songs. Lastly, this is the treble slider, and moving this up increases your hand limit, starting the game with 5 cards as the limit. This area will be where you play out your song cards, 5 in a row for the top for side A, and 5 below for side B of your tape. You will have this marker determining which side you will be placing cards on at a time, and you can take actions to flip that back and forth to add song cards to both A side and B side. Then each player starts with a crush card, which gives you in-game points. It gives you points for each theme that you have that matches it, for adjacency bonuses, having certain cards next to others, and points for how many love notes that you write. And each player starts the game with 1 song card of each mood type. Turns are performed in a clockwise direction, where on your turn you will follow some steps. First, you will discard down your hand size to where it needs to go. Again, this is 5 cards at the beginning of the game. Then you will choose 1 action to take. You can listen to the radio to gain more song cards, record a song by playing out song cards to place one in front of you, or play your tape to move sliders, activate abilities, and then flip your tape from side A to B or from side B to side A. So at the beginning of the game, you'll see more actions of placing cards and drawing more cards, the first 2 types of actions. When listening to the radio and drawing cards, you can draw any color card. You will start with drawing 2, but when you move the base slider up, you can increase this. When recording a song, you will place a card in the leftmost position in the line in the row where your cassette marker is at. This could be for side A or for side B. And you will take a card from your hand, pay its cost by discarding the number of cards from your hand listed on the top left. You will always continue filling in cards from left to right, but you can flip sides so that you are placing cards on side A or on side B. Placement is important as you can gain more points doing this in a certain way. First, the number of points for having that song card is shown on the top right, but if you follow that song card with the type of mood that it wants to follow with, harmonizing that song, shown by this bar on the right side of that card, then you will gain the points shown on the top right in addition to the normal points. So to harmonize, you will want to play certain songs with their certain moods in order of the card shown from the previous one. You can also record over previously recorded songs by paying the difference of cost between the 2 cards. Now, if the new card is the same cost or a less cost, then it will solely cost you that action to do it. Each song card has an ability that either gives you a passive ability, a record ability, which is used once when the song is recorded, or a play ability, which is triggered each time that you take the play action. As you continue, you might not have great cards, to add to that side A, so you will want to take the play your tape action. When doing this, you will first move sliders. You will move up on the bass, the mid, and the treble tracks, all based on the song cards that you already recorded on the current side that you are on. In this case, it's these 2 cards, so 1 up on this slider and 1 on this slider, matching those colors. Then you will activate the play abilities. These are cards that have the green play ability shown on the lower part of the card. And these abilities are all optional, but they will allow you to draw more cards or discard a card to, move up a certain slider or attack other players, taking their cards, things like that. Lastly, you will flip your cassette marker to the other side and place it in the other row. This row is now the active row to add cards to. Players continue taking one action per turn in a clockwise order, gaining card abilities and trying to match cards with certain moods, and also matching themes for your crush cards, writing love notes, and placing certain genres next to each other to gain additional points. The game ends when a player has recorded 5 songs both on side A and side B of their cassette. Players finish the current round and then play one additional round, and then scoring is performed. You will score points from your crush card, including themes that you have matched with your cards with the ones listed on that card, your adjacency genres that you have managed to place out, and for the number of love notes, scoring according to the table shown on your card. Next, you will score points shown on your song cards, and you will total up the points on the top right of your song cards, and if you place those cards next to the type of mood that it wants next to it, you create a harmony and gain those extra points listed on the top right as well. Then you will score points from your mixer board. Each track lists points where your marker has stopped at, and you will gain the points listed there or below. All those points are totaled up together, and the player with the most points wins the game, and their crush is very impressed. And, well, that's Mixtape. It's a game of getting some good songs to place, in the best order, including some good themes and matching genres. You will be able to work on both sides at the same time. So, you don't have good cards to place next to one side. You can flip that tape and record songs on the other side until you get the cards to flip it back over. Then you can manage your mixer as well to also gain points to gain abilities and to help you be more efficient when mixing up your tape and putting songs on them. Now, the game also has song names and artists listed on them, which are all made up, but some can be interpreted into like real band names. So it's fun to laugh at, how close or how creative someone decided to change these to imitate real bands. So it's fun to read those. The game takes 30 minutes or so to play, and your choices on your turn are one of 3 different actions, so things don't get too overly complicated in the game. But the excitement comes from the new song cards that you gain and using the cards that you don't need to pay for the cards that you do have. Hopefully the good cards fall to you, but if too many fall, you will have to use some of them to pay for the others, so there are, choices to be made in this game. Again, this is Brody with Let's Table It, where we get games to the table, like Mixtape. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We are new and working hard to bring to you videos like this one, so you know if these games are ones that you want to get to your own table.